It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. Everyone's still in awe of his last game, passing Norm Van Brocklin's 1951 mark of 554 passing yards. It's the Commanders in the pass, under the lights, on Sunday night.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots
and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Burrow. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent gain, 35 yards. 11. Play action. It's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Gun. 11 empty.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow finds his receiver, Watson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, ready?
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary.
Here we go.
That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. The quick slant caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Burrow will throw.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady now on first down. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for New England. 43 yards. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
He covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 19 yards away. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
11 mighty! 11 mighty!
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 16 carries, 114 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. That one goes for 24 yards. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Burrow. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He juked him. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brady now to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will have a Patriots first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On second down, this is Harris. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On play action, now Brady. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front. Reps like those, they were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Pass complete as Akama with it. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Offense back out there. We shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Brady. And right side, Henry's got it. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Patriots. Tony Pollard, 60 yards.
And the Patriots have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow throwing middle, and it's complete.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Get in the huddle.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Brady now on 1st down. He completes it to Henry. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Brady to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Brady again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Washington offense going back to work. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Now Brady. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Complete. It's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And caught by Henry. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Brady going to throw. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Brady. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Brought down at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. nasty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Patriots will take over possession here up at the 44. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. From just shy of midfield, Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a room to maneuver. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
That throw by Brady incomplete. That one doesn't find its target at all. He's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're...
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted. intercepted yet again. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 87 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 17, Brady. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Patriots get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Washington offense heading out. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
11.
Now Burrow. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. The Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Pollard again.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, we talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly, around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call was pretty easy.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On 1st down, Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Touchdown! Hunter Henry, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They gotta go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Out to his left. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Here we go.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Christian Watson, 50 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Offense back out there. We shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. To throw, it's Brady. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Brady. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady over the middle, complete. That's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Patriots have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It got his man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Dances by him. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Brady. And right side, Henry's got it.
Finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now Sam Sloman is on.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 77 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Point after, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is stopping your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
On 1, ready?
Burrow will throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Washington on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Delay of game. Offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Brady. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Now a give here to Pollard.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So here now Sam Sloman in a big spot.
From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Patriots, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.